My attitude and approach toward woodworking is one of worship, if you can believe that. What I mean is, when I'm not overwhelmed by my own stupidity over some boneheaded mistake I just made, or feeling sorry for myself because of how hot it is in my uninsulated workshop, in a general sense, I spend my time in a state of awed reverence as I contemplate the mysteries of whatever species of wood that I'm working with. For the last 20 or so years, my parents have reserved a cabin in western North Carolina, and my wife and kids and I go meet them there when we can. One of my favorite things to do there is to get my cameras out and see what treasures I can find from the natural world. I've always had a fondness for bugs, but I like birds too, thanks mainly to my youngest son, who seems to have been born with an eye and an ear attuned to birds. I think what I love about bugs so much is the iridescent colors, the grand complexity on a miniature scale, and the idea that I have a keyhole glimpse into a world that goes largely unnoticed. You're probably wondering, what in the world do birds and bugs have to do with woodworking? Well, whether I'm admiring the impossible geometric complexities of the compound eyes of a common housefly, or marveling at a massive shade tree, my thoughts are pretty much the same. Consider the tree. After a lifetime of service as a source of shade and oxygen for people and animals, a place for children to climb or swing or build a clubhouse, a safe haven for birds and squirrels, a source of food and fuel and aesthetic beauty and who knows what else. In addition to all that and more, it lives on after its own death in the form of the most ingeniously designed engineering and building material in all of creation, wood. The same creator who thoughtfully designed spider silk, a material 5 times stronger than steel, but substantially more flexible, also provides aromatic cedar, which, in addition to being beautiful and wonderfully fragrant, is a natural pest repellent. The same designer who clothed a common butterfly more magnificently than Solomon in all his splendor also made for us mahogany, a wood prized by furniture makers for its workability, stability, and rich beauty, but also by instrument makers for its warmth and clarity. The same God of creation who spoke into existence a winged jewel that can hover but also fly up to 50 miles an hour backward and forward, with its wings beating up to 200 times per second, also provides for us black walnut, whose many inimitable virtues make it the undisputed king of American hardwoods for furniture makers. Both of these worlds, and in truth all others, reveal, in the most vividly colorful way, the same thoughtful purpose and unimaginable precision that are the tool marks of our Creator. To me, it's obvious that we are stewards of a world created by a God who cares deeply about the things He's made. The book of Genesis records that we were created in the image of God. And like God, we have the ability and the desire to create things. And my recurring thought on down through the years, as I'm maybe listening to the sound of a tuned hand plane moving through a piece of white oak, is how wonderful it is to realize that He provided us with a complete array of the most sublime building materials that is possible to imagine. And I think a really great way to thank Him for that is to take those materials and go and build something awesome.